Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks, you guys. I'm glad you're all here. We have a lot of stuff we're going to cover today in a very short period of time, so I'm going to jump right into it. Basically, this morning we got two different things. I'm going to be covering kind of three core philosophies I wanted to go over with you guys. One I call the value ladder. One is about the lifeline of your customers, lifeline of a lead. And third is about how to use personality in your business to really dramatically increase your sales and your profits and everything else. And then after that, I'm going to have Mason Tanner, who was a guy that works with us. He's going to come down. He's going to be talking about media buying, which is, a lot of guys are using the internet to drive traffic, build your business, make sales, that kind of stuff. But the problem with it is most people are using types of traffic generation, like let's say just affiliates. So you get a big surge of sales, then it kind of dies off. Or they're using pay-per-click, and it's getting harder and harder. And there's a lot of stuff like that. And so we're in our business, we're focusing a lot more on consistent type traffic, things that can bring traffic consistently day in and day out, so you have predictable results. You know what you're going to make, how many people are going to come to your website, all those type of things. So Mason's going to be talking about media buying for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours today. Some really cool stuff he's doing with our business right now just to get more and more consistency with traffic. And a lot of unique stuff people aren't really talking about, so it'll be fun. After that, we're going to do lunch. I think Lindsay's bringing in Subway or something, so we'll have lunch. And then after lunch, Garrett, who runs our sales floor, he's going to be coming down and talking to everybody about back-end sales. Because back-end sales is, in our business, that's where we make most of our money. Obviously, we generate a lot of money on the internet, but we generate a lot more money in the back end. In fact, in our company, we actually had our company Christmas party on Saturday, and we had a big, huge contest. If you guys come to our offices, the downstairs, we have, 7,000 or 8,000 square feet, which is our whole call center and our coaching program. And then upstairs is all like the marketing and product development and that kind of stuff. So we have contests between the upstairs and the downstairs. And so the upstairs is basically all the money that's made on the internet, and the downstairs is all the money made on the back end off the internet. And that was the big competition, is who can make more money this whole year. And we're going on a cruise, so that's kind of the fun thing. And whoever won the competition between upstairs and downstairs gets to get like rooms with balconies, and the people who lose have to be in the rooms like in the dungeon rooms where there's no windows, and you're getting sick to your stomach. And so it's been a lot of fun this whole year competing, front end versus back end. And just to kind of prove my point really quick, the back end is beating the upstairs. And like I said, upstairs we do really, really well. The downstairs is beating us by about a little under $1 million in sales. So there's a lot of money being made in the back end. So Garrett's going to come down and talk to you guys about how we're doing it, give you guys some ideas of how to build back ends into your programs you have as well. And then after that, I'm going to spend some time with all your guys' businesses. We're going to write some up on the wall, get some ideas, look at way they're structured right now, how to tweak some things, and that's about it. So it's going to be really fun. The interesting thing I found since I've been doing this business is there's not a lot of difference between a website or business that's making $20,000, $30,000 a year and one that's making $1 million a year. There's not a lot of huge shifts, huge change. It's a lot of little tiny things that most people are missing out on. It's getting consistent traffic. It's increasing your conversion rates. It's tweaking this, changing that, moving the sales process around a little bit. And that's really what makes a huge difference. It's not, oh crap, I need a new product. Oh, I need to change my business model. It's not these huge things that most people think it is. It's usually very small tweaks, changes, ways that you're communicating with your audience and that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be covering today, all the different things to make a jump from a six-figure to a seven-figure year business. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about, and this is a concept I like to call the value ladder. Now, when I spoke, some of you guys know we've been doing a lot of work with Tony Robbins and his company lately, and I had a chance this summer. I got invited to Fiji to go out there and speak at their Business Mastery program, which is a program he sold business owners. It was $10,000 a head, plus they had to fly to Fiji and all that kind of stuff and pay for the resort. And Tony's got his own resort out there, which is just phenomenal. So 2 weeks before the workshop, they gave me a call. My wife and I were on our anniversary trip in Atlanta, hanging out, having fun, and we got a call from his secretary saying, "Hey, do you want to come to Fiji in 2 weeks and come speak at Tony's Business Mastery?" And it was the most horrible time in the world to possibly go drop everything. And we had our kids. We had a company party out in Vegas. We were flying everyone out to Vegas. We rented this place called Pirates Cove for a week. We spent a fortune renting this place. And basically we had to fly from Pirates Cove a day early all the way to Fiji. And we had our kids in Pirates Cove, and there was no way to get babysitters or get them back home. And I was on the phone, and I was like, yep, I will be there. I don't know how we're going to make it, but we're going to be in Fiji in 2 weeks, and I'll see you then. So we got off the phone, and I'm like, crap. And so I'm sitting around, I'm like, how in the world are we going to figure out how to get to Fiji? And so we're freaking out. And first thing we need is to figure out if we can get our kids there. So I have to call her back. I'm like, can we bring our kids? And they're like, well, we never really had kids on the resort before, but sure, if you want to bring your kids. So I'm like, okay, good. So then I'm like, we got 2 weeks to get passports for 3 kids that are under 3 years old. I'm like, I don't know if that's even possible. So we went online, we found all these places to do like 24-hour passports, and anyway, we spent the next like week and a half just scrambling. And then we had a week at home, and then we had to fly down to Vegas for our whole huge company party. So we were in Vegas trying to get our passports, and finally, like the day before everything, we went to Fiji. We got the passports for the kids, and everything showed up. We flew out just in time to make it to Fiji. But I got out there, and I was ready to go and teach my normal internet marketing stuff to teach people how to create information business. And I got there, and the group that was there were about 100 people, 100 business owners from Australia. And none of them were internet marketers. None of them had information products. They all had businesses. They were dentists. They were chiropractors. They were in the financial services. They were everything else in the world besides what I was used to teaching. And Tony sits there and he teaches for a day. And then if you guys know, Chet Holmes gets there and he speaks about sales for a whole day. And then it's my turn. And I'm like, crap, I got to change everything. Like everything I'm teaching right now, these guys, they don't want to create an information product. And so I went back and I said, what are the core concepts we teach business owners that in our business it's good, but also our core principles for any business. And one of the biggest things we talked about I spent time with this group was talking about the value ladder. And this is where I think most businesses miss it out, why most of them aren't making the kind of money that they should be. Whether it be, again, a dentist, a chiropractor, an internet marketer, a network marketer, it doesn't matter what it is, they're missing this piece of the puzzle. So that's what we're going to talk about right now is the value ladder. And this is kind of what it looks like. For those who've seen me draw this before, normally I have it on slides, but I wanted to do a lot more talking about the concepts. I wanted to do it on a whiteboard. Okay, so basically in any business, there's kind of a value ladder, right? People give money in exchange for value. Am I correct? That's how business usually works. And the more value you provide someone, the more money they're going to give you, right? That's kind of the way it all works out. And so the way that I look at business, I look at the value ladder like this. And right here at the bottom of your value ladder, this is where kind of business usually starts. Someone's getting something in exchange for some kind of value, right? And the more, let me see if I can map this right. So this is money, right? And this is value. So as the value increases, the money people will pay for it will also increase as well. So we create kind of a value ladder like this. It goes up to the top. Now, for me and my business, the best thing we do a 3-day workshop called our partnership program. And I'm not sure if anyone in here has actually been to that workshop before. I don't think any of you guys have been here. This is probably our best thing right here. It's a 3-day workshop we do here in Boise, and during the workshop, we spend the first day, spend a full day with me going through a program like this, but breaking down business and all the internet marketing. We just rip the whole thing apart and rebuild it so everyone understands internet marketing. The second day, we break everyone down into groups, and you get a chance to work with my actual employees. So you get to spend an hour or 90 minutes with our copywriter, 90 minutes with our product development team, 90 minutes with our SEO guys, 90 minutes with our PPC guys, and 90 minutes with me going through your entire business, rebuilding it, restructuring it, so it's really, really good. And the third day, we come back down, and everyone has a chance to whiteboard their business and map it out and have a really solid idea what their business should look like. Okay, and that's our best thing. We sell that for, I think, $11,000 or $12,000. And it's really expensive. In fact, we have programs higher than that, but that's the one that I want. If I could have everyone who went through our programs come to that first, that would be the most important thing for me to send someone to. Okay, they get the most value, and it's worth a lot of money. The problem is it's not that easy to go to somebody, you meet off the street and say, hey, I have this $12,000 program. Do you want to come to it next week? Okay, it's very, very difficult to sell that. Okay, I had a chance. I went to Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny program last week, and it's a $10,000 program, a $5,000 program, and it was amazing. They had 2,000 people that paid $5,000 a head to be there. So if you do the math, that's $10 million in revenue from one seminar. But he can't even get people to show up that seminar at the bat. They have a front-end seminar, a lower-end seminar that's like $500 called Unleash the Power Within. People come to that, and at that seminar, they upsell them to the higher-end seminar. Okay? So my business, this is kind of the way it works. Again, I wish ideally I could sell someone this right off the bat, but it's difficult because they haven't seen the value. I haven't proved them I have enough value for them to keep showing up and to pay that much money up front, right? So what I do is I